I mean, how weak is this? You know what I mean? Now the guy wants a reconciliation? Where? What church this week? What confession box? What ski slope? I mean, give me a break with this, will you please? I'm so sick. Here it is, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. You know, look what's going on in the world right now. I mean, you got the Soviet situation, you got the reunification of the Germanys. Bush is in Colombia with that drug stuff. I mean, what do we get in a newscast leading off for 10 minutes every night? Don and Ivana. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. Trump shows up at the Tommy Hearns Michael Olajide press conference. What does he expect? Michael Olajide's going to get asked questions about Dennis Milton's fight a couple of months ago up in New York. Nobody? Of course he's going to be the center of attention. Guy flip-flops from female to female, coast to coast. Ivana cries. Liz Smith gets all these headlines. Cindy Adams makes a sort of reappearance. I mean, nobody cares. Why? Because it makes nice cocktail talk. When I'm drinking my cocktails, nobody's asking me what I think about Don and Ivana Trump, believe me. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. And now he wants a reconciliation. I mean, how weak is that? The whole, he's Don Juan, he's Mr. Sex. Hop, skipping, and jumping from, female to female. And now after 5 days of headlines, he's tired of it and he wants a reconciliation. And Ivana probably, because his kids are upset. You know what I mean? That's the real travesty. Because his 3 little tots were upset with the maids up in Westchester, wherever he lives. I'll never forget the 60-minute show I saw a few years ago on Trump. Mike Wallace, it was like 99 degrees on a summer afternoon at his cottage, wherever he lives at. The kids are running around kicking a soccer ball. You think Trump would be in a tank top, pair of shorts, pair of Reeboks, running around in the backyard with the kids. And he's in a 3-piece suit, for goodness sakes. And he don't care about his kids from the standpoint of what they think. Rents out the St. Moritz so she can look at Park Avenue, this Marla Maples, who's got Donna Rice written all over her. Now he's talking about 3 little kids. Can't be putting up with that. I mean, we're making heroes out of Liz Smith. She's on Phil Donahue, for God. I don't want to see Liz Smith anywhere. I don't want to read her. I don't want to see it. I mean, you want to see Cindy Adams? She's about 90. Yeah, I don't want to be seeing that by TV. I'll tell you somebody else who deserves a couple of knocks. Sean Landetta. First off, he runs around town like he's, Joe Namath, 1970. The guy's a punter, for God's sakes. Pretty lousy one at that. But that, every time he sees a beautiful girl, somebody like me should run up to him and get an autograph and bring up the 1985 playoff book, Bears and Giants, with a big picture of his muff punt. Can you please sign this, Sean? You help my team win that day. So this lucky females think about that. I mean, we got Landetta being a personal messenger service so Maples can hang out with Landetta so nobody thinks she's at parties to see Trump. And now Marla Maples is going to go hide out in California. Hiding out in California. When somebody says hideout, I think of The Long Run. What was that movie called with De Niro and Charles Grodin? Midnight Run. And on freight trains in El Paso. I mean, that's what I consider, hiding out. Maples is probably, the most posh place in Beverly Hills. Saunas, whirlpools, 7 tennis courts, clay, grass, and horseshoe. A golf course, and she says she's hiding out. Give me a break, will you please? Go hide out on some freight train in the middle of Texas and eat bananas for your food. I mean, how weak is this story here? You know, and, Trump is not, all of a sudden he's not trying to give you Mr. Sensitivity. You know what I mean? Well, I'm sorry. I've caused a lot of harm. I went to my priest about it, see if he can help me. I mean, come on, Donnie, will you please? Next thing you know, he's going to go to Walt Michaels. Walt, what do you think? USFL days, in case you don't know who Walt Michaels is. Michaels is his best man. You see that now? Trump's new wedding with Maples, Doug Flutie, Brian Seifert, Walt Michaels. Throw in Harvey Meyerson for good luck. Oh, boy, what a travesty this whole situation is. I'm mad at Maples. She is a Dinah Rice reincarnated, for God's sakes. Not only that, she's got Zippo talent. You know, and her father, who's been married 3 times in the last 7 months, for God's sakes. Married now to like a 19-year-old. You hear about that story? And then the father makes the quote, "The first divorce I had devastated her. She doesn't want to ruin a marriage." She wants to make sure her marriage to Trump is okay if they get married, yet she doesn't care if she ruins the previous one with Ivana and Don. I mean, how weak is that? So Maples, Donnie, the 3 tots in Scarsdale, Cindy Adams, who's about, again, born in 1895, Liz Smith, who thinks she's important, and Sean Landetta, who thinks the guy's ugly. That's the first thing. As soon as I know, I'd hang out with Sean Landetta. Yeah, if you didn't know who Sean Landetta was and he walked into a bar, would you talk to him? If you're a female, you throw a drink at him. It's like the great line in Tootsie, when Dustin Hoffman finally sees as a man Jessica lying outside that porch at a party, and he said, I find you very, very interesting, Dustin or Jessica, and I really would like to make love with you. She throws the drink at him. That's Sean Landetta. 10:15 on the fan. All right. Oh, you got Meryl Kubrick. She live? She's not live, so I can say something funny about Meryl Kubrick. I hear she's very pretty. Is that in fact the case? What are you waiting for, Landetta? Call me up and get you the phone number. What are you doing, Richard? Is that her waistline when you're going from, put your arms way apart? On the fan. Meryl Kubrick is there at 10:15. Let's get to her with the WFAN on this balmy 90-degree day. Ski report.
With the WFAN ski report, I'm Meryl Kubrick. Lots of sunshine with cold rain.